Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is that time of the month again to go over the perfumes that I have accumulated in the past month. I think this one might be actually a little over a month. Whenever I get either a new full bottle or a new decant in, I keep it on one section of my vanity until I can film this video for y'all and let you know what I have gotten and let you know my thought. Today is mostly decants. I do have two full bottles, which I'll talk about first, and then the rest are decants of quite a few new releases. Some I really love, some did not work out for me. So let's go ahead and jump in. First one I'm going to talk about is a limited edition and surprisingly still available. Last year when Guerlain brought their Shalimar Flanker out, which they bring a new one out every year around this time, it was the Tonka, Melissa May Tonka, and it sold out within like 2 days, maybe even a day, and was not easy to get a hold of. This new one, the Melissa May Iris, is still available, which I think is amazing because this is so good. This has that Shalimar DNA in it, but I feel like if you're able to get your nose on this, even if you don't like Shalimar, it would still be worth smelling. Oh, it's just so good. It has bergamot, Italian orris root, which is the iris note, caramel, Madagascar vanilla, vanillin, and musk. And it is this like sweetened up version of Dior Homme Intense, which I love. It's a little bit sweeter with that caramel note. The iris is prominent to my nose. I feel like some people said they can't smell the iris, which I think is just crazy because it does lend this like kind of powdery scent to it. But that, oh my goodness, it's like Dior Homme Intense on sweet steroids, if that makes sense, without the lavender. So the Dior Homme Intense has the lavender in it, and this one lasts longer on my skin than that one does. The Tonka lasts a super long time too, but this one I feel like lasts even longer than the Tonka. I can get a good 6 to 8 hours while still smelling it in the air around me, not having to put like my skin up to my nose to be able to smell it. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I love collecting these bottles every year. I think if you are an iris lover, this is a no-brainer. Knocked it out of the park with this one. I love it so much, and I'm so happy that it's still available because I want everybody to be able to get their hands on this. It's that good. So good. Okay, the next one is the only other full bottle that I have to talk about today, and it was actually a blind buy, which I don't typically do nowadays, but it was on sale. It was very tempting. I was like, there's no way I'm not gonna like this. And luckily it was a huge success. This is from an Australian perfume house, and I think it is pronounced Vahy. Again, don't know. It's V-A-H-Y. First of all, these bottles. I was like, I mean, the bottle itself is worth the blind buy to me. It is so beautiful. I actually got this from Shen Beauty. S-H-E-N, which is a store based out of Brooklyn, but they also have an online retail space. And they were having, I've been looking at this and Ember Haze. This is Tarkine, T-A-R-K-I-N-E. I had been looking at these two and I was like, oh, I don't know, it's a blind buy. And then I got an email from Shen Beauty saying that they were having a 30% off sale. And I was like, well, okay, I'm doing it. And I actually texted Abby and she was like, well, how about I buy one, you buy the other, and then we'll send each other decants. I'm like, no brainer, score. So I brought Tarkine. I'll talk about the one she bought in just a minute, but they're both hits. Now, Tarkine, y'all, they were having a 30% off sale because they closed. What is this business? Shen is officially closed. All orders from our closing sale, I didn't even know it was their closing sale, will be shipped by October 20th, 2023. Wow. Okay, well, I'll see if I can find somewhere else for you to get this. They do ship from their Australian site. Now, obviously, you will have to wait a little bit to get it, but I put in 2 discovery sets just to see what the shipping would be, and it was, I think, $110. It was free shipping. So you may have to wait, but it's a good deal on shipping anyways. So Tarkine is a woody, vanilla, and velvet scent that has top notes of red berry extract, nutmeg, dappled canopy light. That's the thing. All of these have like some weird random imaginary note, and apparently dappled canopy light is this one. Benzoin, vanilla, olibanum, cedarwood, patchouli, and vetiver. This is a natural perfume line, so it is marketed as being like a clean perfume. Oh my goodness. This is a woody patchouli scent. That is what you're gonna get. I smell the vetiver and the patchouli more than I smell anything else. And that speaks to my patchouli loving heart. It is so good. And this is the longest lasting natural perfume I have ever tried. Now, Lila Lou is another natural perfume that I have in my collection that lasts a super long time. This one beats it. Oh, it's so good. You have to like a woody note, you have to like vetiver, and you have to like patchouli. Some might say it leans a little masculine, but Abby likes this one and she's not big on masculine, but I just feel like it's a beautiful velvety patchouli scent. And the bottle is so good. Now the one she got is probably the most popular in their line, and it is called Ember Haze, and it is a vanilla, woody, and amber scent. This has cardamom, almond bitter, and clove, ambrette seed, patchouli, sandalwood, gaiac wood, vetiver, vanilla, and glowing embers. That's the imaginary note in this one. And it is, I smell the patchouli in this one too, but I smell the cardamom and a little bit of the clove and the vanilla in this as well. Beautiful. These are also really, really pretty layered together. It is if you're into like natural perfume houses, it's one to look into for sure because the performance is absolutely stunning. And the scents are as well. I really want to get more discovery sets and try out some of their other scents. Okay, so let's go into decants that I have gotten. Some might be full bottle worthy, some aren't, at least to me. The first one is a new release from Navitus. This is called Miel Extase. I know that's not how you pronounce it. I'm well aware, no need for comments. So again, I only have a 10 ml decant, but this is a very strong, sweet, spicy, honey scent. Knock you down strong when you first smell it. It's not a bad scent. It's actually very pretty. It's honey done right for me. Honey can go very wrong for me. There's a couple of notes that can either be really, really good or really, really bad. Honey is one of them, and I like it in this fragrance. I can definitely smell it. There's also apricot, dried fruits, ginger, violet rum. I definitely get the rum. Saffron, toffee, tonka bean, dark chocolate, caramel, and vanilla. So it is a very gourmand fragrance. It is sweet. It is very, very similar to my nose to Dolce Diablo from Narcotica. So if you have smelled that, you are going to know the similar DNA that they share. It's the apricot and the honey and that very sweet kind of scent. This is more potent. It's more of a powerhouse. It lasts longer on my skin. So if you have smelled that one and you liked it, but maybe you didn't feel like it was worth the price because it didn't last as well, or you're wanting something with a little more punch to it, this is going to be something that you want to try out. But you really have to like honey and you really have to like sweet. I like both of them. I appreciate this scent, but it is not full bottle worthy to me. Not something that I love so much that I need the full bottle. A couple of other new releases. This is the brand new release from Parfums de Marly. Again, just a decant, and it's called Althea. Very excited to get this one. And I have worn it on the skin. This is marketed for men, but you know what? So is Herod. And I have a full bottle of Herod and I absolutely love it. This is, to my nose, even maybe a little more unisex than Herod. But again, it depends on who smells it. This is a musky, sweet, warm, spicy, amber, powdery, cinnamon fragrance. I really love cinnamon in a fragrance. It's got cinnamon, it's got some cardamom, which I also love, orange blossom, vanilla, musk, praline, gaiac wood. So this is, to me, it's a little boozy. It doesn't have a liquor note in it, but I kind of get that sense. And it's just a kind of a spicy, warm, spicy vanilla. It reminds me a little bit of Mercedes Club Black. So if you've smelled that, you'll know kind of what this smells like. Here's the thing though, and I texted Abby this exact thing the second I sprayed it on. I was like, I like it, but it's one of those fragrances that when I spray it on, I'm like, this reminds me of something. I have smelt this before, maybe more than once. And when that happens, for such an expensive perfume, it doesn't make me want to go out and buy the full bottle because it's just not original enough. And when you get a collection as big as mine is at the moment, I'm really looking for originality, or at least a scent that I don't already have. And I feel like this is just something I kind of already have in my collection. And it is also not the biggest performer. I will say it performs better than Harrod on the skin. It lasts a little bit longer, but I still only get like a solid maybe 3 to 4 hours before I feel like it disappears completely. It's nice. I like it. I mean, I really do. I think it's a very nice scent. And if you don't have like a spicy, warm vanilla in your collection, it's one to check out. But for me, I have that probably 10 times over, and I just don't need a full bottle of it. But again, it's good. Now let's talk about this next one, because I feel like I have some stuff to say about this one. I was so excited to get this decant in the mail because it is by Matière Premier. It is their new vanilla powder release. Okay, that's the name of the fragrance, vanilla powder. French Flower is in my top 5 scents of all time from that house. I absolutely adore it. It's my favorite tuberose of all time. I love Parisian Musk. I love Crystal Saffron. I really like this house. So I was like, this is gonna be amazing. It is vanilla, coconut powder, Palo Santo, and white musk. Now I love Palo Santo. As a note, I absolutely love it, which is another reason I thought this is just gonna be it's just going to be amazing. It's going to be one of my favorites. I'm going to need the full bottle right away. Couldn't be farther from the truth. This is one that absolutely did not work for me. And I know a lot of people are absolutely loving it, but I think coconut is kind of like honey for me. It either works or it doesn't. And when it doesn't work, it really doesn't work. Blanche Bette from Liquid Imaginaires or Liquide Imaginaires did not work for me. It turned very sour on my skin. I could not wear it. When I first sprayed this on the skin, I was like, I don't know. It wasn't an instant love, but I was like, I don't know. It's kind of smelling a little off. I'm not quite sure. About an hour later, all of me and Chad and the girls get in the car. We're on our way to dinner. And everybody kind of looks at each other, like Chad and the girls, and they kind of like start laughing. And I'm like, what is going on? They're like, you don't really smell that good. And I'm like, oh man. Oh, why do we have to be going out in public? I knew this wasn't going to work out. Once I sprayed it on and was like, oh, I don't know. It turned sour on me. It just did not smell good at all. And when I got the consensus of the rest of my family in an enclosed space that it absolutely smelled horrible, I knew I was not getting a full bottle. So I will be putting this on my blog sale if anybody else wants to try it, because I know a lot of people love it, but it did not work out for me. And I'm assuming it's the coconut powder note, because that's one that I know is in other scents that kind of turns sour on me as well. It's a no-go. Very disappointed, but hey, it saves me money. This next one I got 2 little baby decants of on a pre-sale that they were doing. This is from the house called City Rhythm. And City Rhythm is like an indie perfume house that they make perfumes based on cities and their scents. And they brought out Nashville. And if you don't know, that is where I was born and raised. I still live right outside of Nashville. They call people like me a unicorn because most people that live here aren't from here. And I had to get my nose on this and see what it would be like. Now, it is not probably what somebody would smell and be like, yeah, that doesn't smell like Nashville. It's a very tropical scent, and they're basing this off of the drink called the Bushwhacker, which is actually a tropical drink. I believe it originated in the Virgin Islands, kind of made its way to Nashville, and it's almost like a Nashville drink now. It's kind of known for that. And that's what they based this scent off of. And so it's got Irish liqueur, orange zest, nutmeg, cream de cacao, red berry, mocha, cream of coconut, musk, and vanilla. And it smells so flippin' good. So good. It is very sweet and it is very boozy. So, you know, take that with what you will. It's based on an alcoholic beverage. So you know that's what you're gonna get, but I do get that Irish cream. I get that cream of coconut done in a good way. It doesn't turn sour on my skin. You don't need much at all to be able to smell this for a good amount of time. And it's really, really good. I, again, have these 2 little decants. It is on my wish list for a full bottle. If for nothing else, because it's Nashville, it's called Nashville. The bottle is beautiful. I'll put a picture up if I haven't already. And I feel like I just have to have it because it's my hometown. But the scent is also very good. All right, I'm gonna talk quickly about my 2 scent birds from the month and then 1 little holiday gift set that I got. And then we will be done. The first Scentbird scent is Initio. They're both Initio. This is Side Effect, which I had smelled before, knew that I liked, but couldn't remember whether I thought it was full bottle worthy, so I thought I would add it to my Scentbird queue. Go figure why I would like this. It is a boozy vanilla. It does smell different to me than the Parfums de Marly, but it is, I mean, you're gonna know that I like this. Rum, vanilla, tobacco, and cinnamon. That's what it is. It's very, very pretty. Initio doesn't last as long on my skin as some others in my collection, but I really like this. I don't feel like it smells quite like anything else I have in my collection. So, you know, if I find myself going through this decant and still thinking about it, I will purchase the full size. But if you like a boozy vanilla with a touch of cinnamon, which I know is how I explained Althea, but they're totally different. The Althea is a little warmer than this one. Again, more similar to others that I already have. This one is a little bit different and I really like it. This one I had never smelled before and I didn't know if I was gonna like it, which is why I made sure that I got it in a decant first. Also from Initio, and it's called Oud for Greatness. I can appreciate this scent, but I don't think it's for me. It's got saffron, nutmeg, lavender, oud, patchouli, and musk. I love all of those notes except for lavender, and I think that's what's just kind of putting me off on this one because it's a little bit of the type of lavender that I don't like. If it's more of like a syrupy lavender cut with a bit of sweetness, like To My Nose is in YSL Lieb and all of their flankers, then I can handle it and I actually like it. This is more of the lavender that I don't like. And I think the combination with that and the saffron is making it a little too sharp for my nose. Again, I can appreciate it for what it is. If you like lavender and you like all of those other notes, I think it's one to look for. In fact, I might put it on my blog sale, but it's not for me. I don't love it. So I'm glad I got it in decant versus a full size for sure. Now, the last two that I'm going to talk about is actually a gift set from Beautycounter that I purchased when I purchased some of their other holiday sets, and they have come out with some fragrance. And these are 2 rollerball fragrances, and this is part of the Clean Eau de Parfum Duo. It's $55, and it has, I'm trying to see how many mils each one of this is. 9 mils. So each rollerball is 9 mils. And there are 2 scents. The first one, this kind of like orangey pink one, is called Sunspill. And let me tell you, these rollerballs work. I don't love rollerballs because a lot of times I can't get any product out of them. That's not the case for these at all. So Sunspill is citrusy, okay? It's got a top note of grapefruit and neroli, rose petals, jasmine, coriander, vetiver, and cedarwood. And I get grapefruit probably more than anything else in this. It is a very fresh, very zesty fragrance. Definitely more appropriate, in my opinion, for spring or summer. But if you are a freshy lover and you like those citrus scents, you're gonna like this probably year round. I don't typically gravitate towards very citrusy scents. However, this one actually might work for me in those seasons. It's done well. It is done well, but I do really get the grapefruit. Now, my favorite is this one, Miles Away. And I have been wearing this every day that I have been going to the gym. This has become my new gym scent for this time of the year. It is so up my alley, but soft enough to not be too overpowering or offensive, which is why I like to wear it to the gym, because I like to be able to smell myself when I'm working out, but I don't want really anybody else to smell me or get offended by anything I'm wearing. So I go for those softer scents. This has lemon and bergamot on the top, which a lot of times I have issues with because they can pull very pledge to my nose, like cleaning products. I don't have that issue at all with this. In the middle, you have chamomile, jasmine, and juniper berry. Typically, I really dislike juniper berry, but it works in this. And then the base notes are cedarwood, sandalwood, and vetiver. And to me, it's just a very fresh, woody scent. It's clean. You get a little bit of that cleanness, and I think that's coming from the lemon and the bergamot, but again, not cleaning supply clean, just clean. Fresh and woody. Very, very, very nice. I'm glad I purchased this set. I like how they're very travel friendly in rollerballs, and again, they are going to be great anytime, but I've really been reaching for the Miles Away, especially before I go to the gym. So good. So nice. That's it. Those are all of the decants that I have accumulated and full bottles this past month. I will have everything listed and linked below. If I have mentioned adding them to my blog sale, I will have a link for that as well. If you are interested, let me know if you have tried any perfumes lately that you absolutely love down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.